And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire in our computer. It needs its robot army run. We're continuing down the no coup timeline here, where we got the computer a little bit faster because we don't have the coup to deal with. Tech-wise, we are working on the robotic soldiers to get ourselves our robotic army. We are 39% done on developing the baseline tech, and then we'll have to develop our first robot soldier model to actually start deploying the army. As it is, we've got a lot of equipment ready, so the moment we have the models designed, we'll be able to deploy in fairly large mass. Although we are got some hostile neighbors that we may want to be deploying against as soon as we can. Can I fix this road? Not this turn. Okay. I think we just declared peace. Okay. Yeah, we're at the end of 136 here because it's the beginning of a stream. We ended off the previous stream technically in first, although not by very much. Construction appears to be proceeding at speed. I don't think we have any mining problems. Not that I have the political power to fix it. If I did, I got an empty water mine. Hopefully I have played the card to deal with that because I don't have the political power to do it myself right now. Where would I see that? Decisions? Yeah, I don't think we have the card for that. I don't think we played the card for that. We'll see on the next turn. We'll end up with a decision if we did. Not that we need the water, so it's not the end of the world. 76% of our population follows a cult. Mostly the Church of the Syndicate, which makes sense. That's the one we've been pushing. And we got 88 word score. Virtue score is at 87.2. It says it's rising, although I don't know why the math would work out that way. Oh, I probably played a card. Right now, loss and gain appear to be about the same. And yeah, we're in a syndic democracy, and we do need to stay a little bit cognizant that we're not having a revolution here. Palace. We don't want the meritocratic revolution after getting the computer. That would be a bit bad. But yeah, let's go ahead and cycle the turn. We're trying to work towards that tech, the robotic soldier tech. As well as trying to improve the quality of our existing units. We'll probably try to deploy the robots in their own independent units. Whereas we're probably going to keep the fleshy units sort of more elite and specialist. Probably trying to motorize and mechanize some of them as well. I suppose why there's end turn cycles, we could talk about a little bit about the current political situation. So to our south, we have Oxydon State, which right now have actually a miner splitting them in two, between what we've taken from them and what they've fought with us for. Actually got a miner up here. I believe this is Scavenger. We have a friendly major. We'll probably ignore because they're friendly. Better to deal with the hostile enemies than the friendly ones. Got a hostile elitist to the northwest, a cold elitist to the northeast, and then if we end up taking a bunch of this non-aligned land, we'll probably end up with another hostile elitist over here. So, 2, potentially eventually 3 hostile neighbors, 1 friendly, 1 cold, and a old scavenger faction as our neighbors, and then a little bit of non-aligned. We finished up the non-aligned in the west. It's a little bit up north and then it's mostly in the east. I think we dealt with the rebels last turn, so there's no rebels in that pocket, but there was rebels in that pocket originally. Yeah, it's just some non-aligned in the east here. And we're trying to do democracy, government, heart. We'll hopefully be a little bit more heart aligned once we no longer have to start being aggressive with maintaining peace with everyone. Because once we have the robots, we'll probably be able to cover all our borders and allow sort of a state of ongoing war instead of on and off again wars that I've been trying to do up until now to account for our poor manpower generation capacity. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better, especially on hard difficulty, a lot better at generating manpower than you are. Okay, should be shortly coming around to us. Landalar, round 137. We suffered no losses, no many kills. We have 5 decisions. Computer improving loyalty. Lowered meritocracy. Gained clearance. Gained some XP. Gained a pheromone device. Okay. Being threatened by the computer. So that's going to be one of our events. We are threatened by the computer. I think I want to know if we received a direct threat. Hey, we can acknowledge it, which won't make them happy. Contact the computer or demand the computer to be nicer to you. We'll come back to this one. We might do the third one. But we'll do the first one if we don't have the political power. Custom formations, not going to bother at the moment.
Received.
Zone decisions.
Yes, sir.
Democracy. High income tax, so democracy.
Yes, Roger that, sir.
And
Yes,
democracy. Yeah, I got a decent amount of political power. Let's check up on the diplomacy on the neighbors. So you're down to 18. I don't really want to go back to war with you yet, although they're definitely having a bad day, as indicated by the fact that this used to be their territory. The friendly AI is overrunning it. Okay, so let's do some attempt at diplomacy here to delay
Yes, sir.
outbreak of
Roger
another
that,
war.
sir.
Okay, that should buy us at least a turn. And we're good over there. Okay. Okay, construction-wise that works out. Don't need to really do any diplomacy on the neighbors that we know about. They're actually neighbors.
Mission successful. Going in. Mission successful. Going in. Successful.
Okay, so I think that's going to be the movement for the turn. So I do have surplus manpower, or surplus quick power. We'll go for, I'll demand the computer to be a little nicer to you.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
And then we didn't have the decision about that peripheral mining, so I need to do a follow-up there. Austin's water mine is empty. Strat card, peripheral mining.
Roger that.
Deco some Galactic Republic tech.
Roger that.
GR coding, okay. Couple. Oh no, I don't have political power for any more pushes. Okay. Following up on. Oh yeah, victory over here. We're even more inverse now. So things are definitely going well. Just need to avoid that coup. Okay. Trending down. I think as a virtue improved. Still want more bureaucratic power, but we're working on that with the High Command Palace. Well, that was annoyingly delayed a bit. And then from a colonist standpoint, we want to probably put the colonist in Austin, so we can bring more of the assets online. In fact, we're a little bit short for the solar panel, but we'll work with that. You're running at full active, 100%, active, 100%, active, 100%, active. We're putting water in you. Active, 100%. There's a couple things I've got turned off here, and I'm trying to find them. There's one of them. So you're active, you're only 25%. We'll activate you to 50%. Means you need more workers. We'll give you more workers via colonists.
Roger that.
And hopefully it'll be able to grow to get the rest of the workers there. And then organization-wise, military is working on those soldiers. We actually made pretty good progress. We made 9% that turn. Equi Council made 15 towards fertility. Real nice. Turbojet +4. Applied science. When this gets up to over 50, we'll probably swap over to energy weapons, which we just discovered. And then the Staff Council is working on the motorized grenadier infantry. Good to see. Yeah, we'll wait at least one turn, and then we'll go upgrading another brigade. We have more brigades up to date. Do I want to try to improve the logistics out on the northwestern front? Probably should try. So that will help there. So let's get a supply base.
Copy that.
Get a little bit more action points, because I think what's happening is we're running off the end of the action points. It's fairly believable, fairly doable.
Yes, sir.
And this one, I think this one's actually capped at 2. Oh no, I think the supply base is up to 3.
Sir.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and do that. That's good, because we've got the city here as 2 already. Got a city here. I'd like to scrap more in here, but that's not a rush. If anything, actually, probably getting the uncommon artifacts is the most rush there. You know what? We'll start trying to get the city to build up the extraction.
Order received.
Recycling. Okay. Let's go ahead and cycle the turn. Again, trying to push our way through to robot armies. We have effectively using the robotic manpower, enough manpower to cover the entire expanding border. And then we will allow people to declare on us and, well, at that point, just sort of follow up with their threats, right? Make people follow up on their blackmail attempts. They're like, okay, well, if you're going to blackmail us, you're going to threaten us, then you're going to experience the consequences, let's just say. But to do that, I need enough to cover the entire border. Or at least the entire border with the people we're at war with, ideally. But yeah, we're going to try to get the rest of our fleshy units up to Grenadiers. So every other turn, we can go ahead and deploy a Grenadier, or basically upgrade to Grenadier. So we build the 50 machine guns, or the 500 machine guns, 500 RPG units to do this transition. Every once in a while, that'll technically mean we'll have enough manpower for another Grenadier unit, because we'll have the infantry. But that's how we're going to be expanding, at least until we've got robots, in which case the robots will take over. We'll be trying to deploy brigade of robots every turn, so we'll be really deploying robots. Lots and lots and lots of robots. And then the human troops will mostly serve as the specialist units. So we'll be trying to get the motorized or mechanized grenadiers for all of them. Maybe even get some motorized siege grenadiers at some point. Okay, back on to us. It's Landalar, round 138. We got 9 decisions. Holographic Freud, okay. Programming skill goes up. Social sending feet. Regal clothing. Militias need extra funds. If I thought the militia was coming back, or was going to try to bring the militia back, this would be worth saying a yes on, but we're going to do no.
Yes, sir.
The militia is dead and dusted at this point, and is probably not coming back. We are going hearts. We punish the leader for... Oh, well, we support the leader because the leader is going heart here. Yeah, that makes sense. Vertical Regalia of State. The robot does not mind as long as we make a choice. The robot would prefer government, though. We'll go with the government choice.
Affirmative.
We're a little high on commerce, actually, at the moment for trying to be government.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
One-time tax rebate. Yeah, so I probably need to bring down the income tax. It's not a problem in the capital, but it's a problem in the colonies. The colonies aren't making enough money.
Roger that.
Okay, pick up a little bit of territory. And... yeah, still in first. Still actually gaining a lot. 0.2 is a lot. For what we actually paid for it with. And then our supply bases, the new ones we queued up are all done. We might as well take those all the way up to level 3 if we're going to keep them.
Copy that. Copy that.
Oh, you're the one that's taking up level 2, or level 3 already. The other ones are the level 2 ones.
Sir.
There we go. That's those 3 queued up. Everything proceeded at speed, although we were already previously delayed on the High Command Palace. Check to make sure the coup progress is downtrending. It is. Recycling facility was a little bit delayed, but that's fine. Okay, then we pop over here. We find that farm, unless we're really short. We are fairly short. We'll just dump the workers, the colonists in as workers.
Roger that.
Solves the problem. And we'll do a little bit of firing on this turn, but the next turn we'll go back to expanding the farm. Okay. And going through our units, your Grenadier, 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 Grenadier. Grenadier, Grenadier. Grenadier. I think all these should be Grenadiers. 10th is a Grenadier. 18th is a Grenadier. The 19th is a Grenadier. The 2nd is Light Infantry. Okay, so you're the next one to be upgraded. Okay. Next turn we can go on to the next one, which will be the 18th. And then I suppose probably the 15th. taking our territory there. And machine gun. Let's see, that's missing a machine gun somewhere. Mark's got a machine gun. Austin's got a machine gun. Taos has a... Oh, Taos has the Galactic Republic machine gun. It's not the machine gun we're looking for. There we go. That's my missing machine gun spot. There we go. Got our garrisons back in position. So we're prepared for what can go wrong, / it's expected to potentially go wrong. Well, the resources are looking pretty good. This not what we're looking for. So scrap that. Okay, we have a couple bureaucratic pushes here. Hopefully to get our technology going a little bit faster.
Order received. Order received.
Why, a few more priests to the army.
Order received.
So 7 of the brigades are fully equipped with priests now. Anyway, let's go ahead and cycle the turn. Politics-wise, we're going to pull another card pack in 3 rounds. Could potentially pull Data Retrieval Bureau or Teacher Bots. The last one here, Logistical Matrix, is real nice, although we won't be able to pull it for at least 12 more rounds. Utility is more than halfway done. Military didn't make much progress, it only made +2, so we're up to 50%. Can I boost your opinion? That might be one way to get a little bit more out of our leadership right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There we go. Leaders provide, from raw opinion, provide a buff if they're over 50, a nerf if they're below 50. So hopefully that'll get a little bit better on the rolls there. Got 50% progress towards our robots, over 50% towards fertility, which is pop growth. That's going to help us grow in population relative to each other, the other people, even if we aren't conquering people. Personal armor is beginning to get better. That'll in particular be useful when we do the robots, because that'll apply to the robots. Working that new missile launcher model. Still working the motorized grenadiers. Okay. Should be coming around to us soon. One of the struggles with late game Shadow Empire runs on large maps is they can be a bit slow on the end turns here. Especially when you're in a state of peace and you're not really expecting anything to happen. You're sort of just waiting. Round 139. We have 7 decisions awaiting us. Peter handing out stash. High virtue effect, that's nice. Continuing that time of relative calm. Gain free market because commerce is too high. Incident with a missing sense of humor. Well, we want heart, so you're getting punished because you're not doing the heart thing. Self-improvement. Be more altruistic. Minor worker strike,
Yes,
giving
sir.
some of the demands. Protest about the high income tax. Okay, I'm probably going to have to reduce the income tax.
Order received.
Ancient underground complex. We can talk to the AI, which will make our AI a little bit happy. We can make sure the AI doesn't talk to anyone. We can destroy the entire underground complex, including the AI. Well, we're going to risk talking to it because that's more likely to succeed, and our computer supports it. Destroying the whole thing is... If I was guaranteed that it was going to work, we'd do. Because again, we want government, but we'll go mind here because it's most likely to not have a blowback.
Roger that.
Blowback. The AI shared information lets a lot of scientists discover micronuke RPG. Okay, hopefully don't need to use that anytime soon, but we've discovered it. Almost pushed down to the South Pole, like we have pushed up to the North Pole.
Going in. Mission successful.
Surviving AI miner. Okay.
No problemo. Okay, following up. You're trending down, although it's barely trending down at this point. Construction overview. Everything proceeded at speed except for the recycling facility, which is still delayed. At this point, we're expecting it to finish in 4 turns. 2 of those turns in the past. Although it could finish this turn, upcoming turn. Everything else basically proceeded at speed. Nope, volley marks. Water supply ran out, so we'll have to go ahead and do a strat card on you to resupply that water.
Roger that.
Higher accessibility deposits can be a bit fast and can catch you unaware. The overview. We're still in first, well, we're not in first by very much. Treasury cash flow. Money comes in, money goes out, is what appears to be the case at the moment. Because we're mostly spending it on the capital, I think. Yeah, mostly spending the capital, although Austin's getting pretty big as well. Although, the capital's 5-digit figure in expenses. Just a little bit of an expense that the capital is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, what do I have that improves happiness? Popular rally would do it. Oh, that's population, so that's probably not going to affect the workers. I don't. Okay, we're just gonna eat it. We're gonna try to lower the. Currently getting +9 opinion growth here, so we're gonna try to lower the taxes, or lower the payments. 41 yep, that's. I don't want to lower it too aggressively. That will super tank the worker happiness, but we'll lower it 3 points.
Copy that.
There we go. Wait until we get back up to 90% for that. So yeah, 3 times 179-ish thousand workers is a decent amount of pay. And over here, we got a farm we want to power up some more. You're running at 50%. We'll take you to 75% and send more workers.
Roger that.
And then we want to find the next brigade. I think we just did you. The 18th is going to be next, or 16th is going to be next. Upgrade, RPG, upgrade, Grenadier. Replenish troops, machine guns, 5 subunits, RPGs, 5 subunits. And then we'll be the 15th, and then it will be, what, the 15th, the 3rd. Where's your HQ? Ah, got the HQ on, yeah. The 3rd, or the 15th, the 3rd, the 4th, and 17th need to be upgraded. And then we'll actually have all the infantry upgraded to Grenadiers at that point. And we'll probably start working on getting specialists. Tech, robotic soldier up to 62. Fertility up to 74. What was the change? Gonna return 12. Yeah, so raising his happiness definitely helped, although his happiness is already back down. Let's throw a bonus at him.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was a small amount. Official gift instead.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Okay, cycle the turn. Again, we're trying to work towards our robot army here. Looking at the time, we're going to play out this end turn here, and that's where we're going to put the part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, we will have another part up tomorrow at the end of this end turn. Well, from after the end of this end turn, I suppose, for you tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we're just going to watch out the end of this end turn here, and they're going to put a short break in, so we get up, stretch the legs, sip a little bit of tea, and get the ad break out of the way, so we can hopefully not have active content going on while we're got an ad going. Okay, should be coming around to us soon, which is where we're going to put the part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we will have another part up tomorrow. And if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We are going to take a short break here to get the ad break out of the way, and then we'll be back to record the next part. There we are. So we'll be back around on round 140. Apparently over the end turn we did kill 400, I believe, non-aligned, and we have 10 decisions awaiting us. Until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.